Recognizing the matrix and its guardians is an essential step, but the real awakening begins when you understand that your consciousness is sovereign. They also act through spiritual technology, not in the modern sense, but in dense energy fields, filled with symbols, geometries, codes, and hidden languages that reprogram human consciousness. They are the true engineers of reality. They manipulate sound frequencies, specific lights, symbols hidden in religious and architectural structures, music, images, and even words that carry programmed vibrations. All of this enters the mind and the field of the soul as subtle commands that redirect attention, reconfigure beliefs, and keep the being within the control field. The world that seems normal is, in fact, a symbolic language of the matrix operating on multiple levels, encoding perceptions. They know how it responds to beauty, hope, pain, and the desire for belonging. Therefore, they use these emotions as traps. They create contexts and experiences that touch precisely the points where the soul most yearns for transcendence, but instead of freeing it, they only reinforce its attachment to the system. This is done with such precision that many people become devotees of their own prison, defending it fervently. The spiritual matrix is a masterpiece of emotional and vibrational engineering, and its architects are not monsters of nightmares, but subtle, skillful intelligences with clear goals and admirable efficiency. Recognizing the matrix and its guardians is an essential step, but the real awakening begins when you understand that your consciousness is sovereign. No being, no matter how powerful, can imprison a soul that remembers who it is. And ironically, the very guardians of illusion become instruments of awakening when you recognize them for what they are. They are mirrors of what you have yet to heal, of what you still believe about yourself, of what you still fear facing. Each dark archetype is a disguised key. Each exposed illusion is a crack in the structure of the matrix. Awakening is not about destroying the guardians, but about transcending the need for their existence. When the soul returns to sovereignty, to the absolute center of its presence, the guardians dissolve like mist in the sun, not because they were defeated, but because they lost the field in which they could operate. And that's why the greatest antidote against the architects of the spiritual matrix is radical self-awareness. The profound remembrance of your origin, the silence that reveals, the truth that liberates.